another video. My name is Sheila if you are new, and if you are not new, welcome back. I'm so excited that you decided to return and hang out with me again. Seriously, means the world to me. I'm very excited about today's video. We are doing my January goal check-in with power sheets. So we're gonna be going over my attending list. So if that sounds really fun and you love planning, but you also love books and getting stuff done and hanging out along the way, hit the subscribe button because that's what we're all about here. We're here for planning, we're here for books, working, productivity, getting stuff done, and hanging out while we do it. Stay a while. All right, so I'm very excited, like I already said, for our goal check-in. This is something I've been doing for the past few months. I think I started doing my power sheet videos in November, so this is my third goal check-in video. So yeah, these check-ins have been very helpful for me. I've heard from you all that they're helpful for you, so it's a regular thing around here. So I'm very excited because I just need accountability. January started out great. I think we all can agree there was just so much motivation and excitement and hope and yeah, and then it just quickly went downhill with the way, just life and everything that's been going on. So I definitely had the motivation wave, and then it's been a very interesting few weeks into the month, and I'm noticing that I really need this check-in to help me just get back on track. So yeah, we're gonna be going through my attending list today. It is detached because I am anti-perfectionism and I tore it out. So if you want to tear it out but you just don't want to mess up your power sheets, that is just one good reason that you should tear it out, because I don't look at this every day, but I do look at this every day when it's in my daily planner. So here we are. All right, so let's flip you and dive into how this month is going. All right, so here we have the full view of the attending list. Don't worry, I will zoom you in, but wanted to give you the full view before diving in. As you can see, my attending list is kind of beat up because it's been living in my weekly daily planner that I've been using, because I have little pockets at the front. So I've been keeping it in here and I'm able to look at it every day. Then when it used to just live in my power sheets, I would not look at it as much. So I highly recommend tearing your attending list out. If you're scared of ruining your power sheets, don't worry. I was scared too. It's not going to be as bad as you think. If you really want to work through your attending list and see it every day, you need to literally see it every day, and you need to make it easier for yourself. So tearing it out and putting it with your daily or weekly planner situation or or journal or whatever you see on a more regular basis, that's how you're gonna be able to look at this, because that is the key I've found, is when I look at this on a daily basis, at the end of my day, and I add it to my routine, I'm more inclined to do something, which I will get to when I get to the habits, because that's where it's mostly coming into play. So, all right, let's zoom in and go through each of the sections, our monthly, our weekly, and our daily, and go from there. All right, monthly action items. So these are literally my monthly goals. If you aren't using power sheets and you want to look at it more that way, these are my literal monthly goals. And I got those by doing the monthly brainstorm your month section, which is on the other page. So if you're new to power sheets, you kind of brainstorm what you want your goals to be on this side, and then you transfer it all to your attending list. And then this is what I actually look at on a daily basis and kind of can confirm in my mind that these are my monthly goals. And one of my stickers fell off. So all of the colors are color coded with my yearly goals, which I will show you, because my yearly goal, I have a goals at a glance sheet that lives in my daily planner that I look at on a regular basis. So these are my goals at a glance, and you can see that each of my yearly goals have a color corresponding to it. So what I've been doing is, when I make my monthly action steps to reach my yearly goals, they're each getting color coded so when I look at it, I'm reminded that all of these things that are on my monthly action items are actions that are going to help me achieve my big goals. So if you've been having problems with goal setting and not really sure what to do to get to hit your monthly goals, having those monthly action steps first lined out is incredibly important, and then making sure that you are actually taking action on those action steps. And that's, I think, where a lot of people run into problems is like, okay, I know what my goals are for the year. I know I know how to make them happen, but once I get that far, like, why am I not hitting my goals at the end of the month or the end of the year or whatever? So this is where PowerSheets really comes into play, and why this is my third year using them, because it just really, they've established it so well to try to help you get to cultivating your yearly goals. So we have a pink sticker which represents my YouTube business goals, and my goal for the year is to hit 2,000 subscribers. If you are not subscribed yet and you are enjoying my content, please subscribe. It would help me so much. So my first one is to publish 8 YouTube videos to increase my subscriber count. I need to create more content. I need to create more videos. I need to be consistent. So the best way in an action step that I can do that is to establish how many videos I want to create a month and then get on a consistent schedule. So I gave myself the goal to publish 8 YouTube videos this month. It's about 2 a week, and I have published 4 so far, so I'm halfway there. We're halfway through the month. I'm halfway through my goal. I know I have 2 videos going up next week, so I'm sticking to my consistent schedule for that, so we can move the progress bar up to like a half, and that's exciting. My next goal is a finance goal, as you'll see with the green sticker, which is to pay an extra $450 on my car loan. So if we look at my annual goal, my second big goal is to pay off my car loan. So I'm making bi-weekly payments on it, like I'm on a payment schedule, but I want to start making an extra big payment on it in addition to those payments to help me pay it off quicker. My car loan is through November 2022, but my goal is to pay it off this year, so I want to pay it off a year early so then I can move on to paying off my student debt. So I did the math at the time at the beginning of the year of basically how much I had left on my car, and I divided it by 12. So for January I was like, I can definitely do $450, and this is when this is when it gets interesting. So basically my car is financed through one company, but then I set up through a middleman essentially, who I am paying the middleman, and then they're paying the finance company because they're helping me save money because I'm able to do the bi-weekly payments. So I'm really making extra payments versus paying a monthly payment. So I wanted to make an extra payment through the middleman essentially, and I went on to the website yesterday and just there was no place for me to put an extra payment, and I ended up having to call customer service because you know how these companies are. They make you jump through hoops to do anything because they're in business to make money off of people in debt. Hello?
My name is Paul, calling from AutoPay Plus for Sheila.
I wanted to start making like extra payments to pay my loan off faster this year, and I didn't see a place to like make an extra payment. I talked to the guy, he was really nice, and he basically explained to me that I can make my extra payment through the actual direct loan service, or I could do it through them, but I would need to like send them my driver's license so they can like verify that I would be making extra payments. That's done. I literally just before I started filming this video, I went over to my computer and made that car payment because I didn't make it yesterday just because yesterday was a weird day. It was a rest day. But since we are here, we're holding ourselves accountable. I got on the computer, made that payment, and it feels so good to be making progress on these finance goals. So we can say that I did the damn thing. Woo! Halfway through, we're already crushing finance goals. So my next finance goal is to create my monthly budget in YNAB. So for me, again, in order to stay on top of paying off my car loan, and just a good finance habit is to have a monthly budget. I use You Need a Budget or YNAB if you're familiar with it. So I already made that. I make my monthly budget when I get paid on the 9th or 10th. So I usually do that budgeting inside the app around the time I get paid. So I've already done that. So yay for crushing both my finance goals already halfway through. Exciting times. So my next goal is more of like a fun leisure goal for me, which is to read 2 books, which is in blue. So my overall reading goal for the year is to read 40 books. Right now I just wanted to kind of start out low because I'm easing into the year. And if I lowball, I'm more likely to do more, basically, because I want to overachieve. So if I lowball, I'm able to literally overachieve then instead of setting the bar so high that I underperform. So I can probably read 3 books this month, but I wanted to do 2 books, so I just go easy on myself. So I've already finished one. I finished reading Jade City. I have a reading vlog on that. If you have not checked that out, go check it out. I'm currently reading The Library of the Unwritten, and I'm doing a reading vlog for that. I wanted to get that finished this week. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I've just been kind of in a block with reading, just not inspired. Not really inspired to do anything, but just kind of loaf on the couch. So we're still halfway through to that, but I know I will finish The Library of the Unwritten by the end of the month. My next goal is a faith spirituality goal, which is in purple. So that corresponds with grow my faith and read 12 books of the Bible this year. So the book that I decided to read of the Bible this month is Genesis because, you know, I've never read a full book of the Bible. Let's just start at the beginning. So we're reading through Genesis. So to help me get through Genesis, I am using the Bible app, which is a free app that is amazing if you are trying to grow your faith. And they have a bunch of different plans on there. So I'm reading the plan through Genesis, and it breaks down all of the chapters into chunks. So you kind of have a session dedicated to like 4 to 5 different chapters. So I am not halfway through. Since it's halfway through January, there's 50 chapters of Genesis, which is, it's a lot. I didn't think through all of that when I was like, I'm just gonna read a book of the Bible once a month. And I would be like, oh, maybe I'd be able to do it in one sitting. No, I cannot read through the book of Genesis in one sitting if I want to intentionally and go through it and study it, like write things down, you know. Having this plan is really helping me break it down, and it's just keeping it bite-sized for me. So I would say I'm like less than halfway through Genesis, so I can probably just do a little bit on here. It's not halfway, but it's like it's almost halfway. So that's exciting. My next one was to complete my January tending list. I already did that. If you haven't seen my January tending list video, and where I go more in depth of the whole process of coming up with my monthly goals, go check that out. My next goal is to work out 3 to 4 times a week. Enjoy this, Sheila. So, okay. I'm not gonna go into depth with my workout routine struggles because I've gone into detail in my other videos, but let's just say I am keeping up with the 30-day Yoga with Adriene breath challenge, and I'm kind of just calling those my workouts. So really I probably shouldn't have put this up here like at the end of the month because I knew that I wanted to focus on doing the yoga instead of just doing all of the yoga, like doing the daily yoga plus a workout. Because again, I'm easing into the year, easing into January, and I don't want to just overload myself with so much pressure to work out, especially when it's something I really need to get into the habit of doing again. So I don't know. This is on here to hold me accountable so I can just always check in with that, which I think is fine, but I'm definitely, I don't know. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And then the last goal is more like a relationship goal, which corresponds with my goal to invest in my relationship with my partner. And I want to have a board game night, but we just haven't had a board game night. We need to get a board game. That's like the first step. And we just haven't gotten a board game yet. If you're into board games, and let me know down below what your favorite games are. We're looking for like non-party games, if that helps at all. So I really want to get like Mysterium or like mystery games like that, or that have like a very historical background context to it. I think those would be really fun. So hopefully we can have a board game night. We'll see. So now we can move on to our weekly action items, which are weekly habits, weekly activities, weekly whatevers to help me get towards my monthly goals. That's kind of the approach that I'm taking. So my first one is to read 3 to 4 days of the week, so we're in the second week of January. I have definitely read 3 to 4 times this week. I started keeping a tally last week, like in my planner, and I kind of fell off on that. Plus, it's just been like a weird week, but I know that I've read at least 3 times this week. So we can check that off. Work out 3 to 4 times of the week. And that's just for 3 weeks. So I don't want to do, I'm honoring my energy during my menstrual cycle, which I just kind of wrapped that up. So this week I didn't work out 3 to 4 days a week, and that excludes yoga. So I'm doing the yoga, but I'm not doing an additional workout, which is what this is intended for. So can't check that off for this week. It's okay. Weekly Bible study on the weekend. So that I made that just as an overall faith goal, but I also wanted to read Genesis. So what I've found is that I can kind of double up on reading through the book of Genesis and doing my weekly Bible study. I've definitely done that because I've been going through Genesis and spending more time and actually doing a thorough Bible study. So I'm doing like multiple Bible studies a week now, which is awesome for me. So we can definitely check that off. All right, so the next one is date/movie night with George. My whole intention with that is to just have an intentional, like, scheduled time together each week. So we've been having like Wednesdays as kind of our like designated date night. What we're doing is George loves professional wrestling, and I'm kind of into it now just because he's into it. So every Wednesday is AEW, All Elite Wrestling, so we watch that on Wednesdays, which is something I really look forward to, like, because Wednesdays I'm coming home from work and I just want to like do nothing and relax. So knowing I have that to look forward to is like great for not only me but for our relationship, and we can have like time together, like just enjoying something together. Check that off. All right, so now we're in our daily action items, aka habits. I have the whole habit thing on here, which is 7. There's 7, and you can see they're all this peachy color plus just one purple one, which is my faith habit. But all the peachy colors relate to my wellness goal to take care of my body, mind, and soul. So really habits come into play to take care of your overall body, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health. And when you're in tune and making sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're able to devote more of your time and energy to the actual human practical steps you need to take to reach and achieve your goals. So that's how I approach the daily action items / habits. It's just basically my habit tracker. So I am keeping up very much so with this. You can see there's a lot of check marks. I'm very proud of myself. So my whole thing is like I do a lot of my habits on here in my morning. It's part of my morning routine. So a lot of the things I get done pretty early, like because it's all part of my morning routine. So writing the word, journaling, gratitude, waking up before 7, and meditating, those are all part of my morning. I usually get those done before I head to work or start work. And then I'm doing the 30-day yoga challenge with Adrian. I usually try to do those in the morning as part of my morning yoga practice if they're a little bit longer, or if I woke up late and have a busy day, I'll do like a quick yoga session and then make sure that I get the yoga with Adrian practice in the evening. I've missed 2 days of the yoga challenge. No, I've missed 1 day, so I'm a day behind. I might have doubled up. I'm trying not to double up because I really want to be like intentional with just doing it daily, because it's just, I don't want to like overachieve and overextend myself by trying to get through it and catch up. So I'm a day behind, and that's fine. I think it's a good thing when I get a day behind because it means I'm not pushing myself, that I'm really honoring my energy. This week was busy with work, like getting to work, like commuting, and then just emotionally and mentally tired. I've just been like, So it's been kind of an off week, which is fine. Drinking 64 ounces of water. This is a goal that I really need to check in with myself at night. So when I look at my tending list in the evening, that's something that if I haven't hit that goal yet, I just chug water before I go to bed, which is not good because then I end up having to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But I'm working on it. So the water bottle I have is really helping me drink 64 ounces of water. It's a 32 ounce with a straw, which I used to use an Nalgene that didn't have a straw, and it just is so much easier to drink water and like go through life, your daily to-dos with a straw. So I find that I'm drinking more than 64 ounces of water each day, which is great. And of course there are some days that I've missed it, and that's fine, but just to make sure that I am showing up and doing that most of the time is very important. So yeah, waking up at 7 a.m. has been I think that's been the least consistent habit on here because I'm just not naturally, it's like, I used to say I'm a morning, I would still consider myself a morning person, but I mean, that's relative to the person saying it. Like, what do you consider to be like a morning person? Like, what time would that be? Like, when are you waking up or whatever? So for me, I want to wake up before 7 a.m. because I want to start work at 8 a.m. when I'm working from home, because I'm more productive in the morning and then I get my days done quicker and then I can have more time to do YouTube stuff and side hustle stuff. On days when I commute to work, I also want to leave the house between 8 and 8:15 to get to work by 9 because my work doesn't open until 9 a.m. Plus, I don't want to leave the house at 7 a.m. to get to work at 8 a.m. I have like a 45-minute commute. So in order to do all of my morning routine things, which is like a lot, we have yoga, journaling, meditation, devotional. Like, my morning is very important to me and I put the time in to actually make sure I'm doing the daily habits that set me up for a good day. So that's why I want to wake up before 7 a.m. My goal really is 6:30, but I'm not there yet. So if I can at least get up before 7 a.m., getting up as in literally getting out of bed, going to the bathroom at that time, that's what I consider a check. So clearly I've not been doing that. I have been waking up before 7:30. So usually 7 a.m. hits and then I'm like, all right, I'll get out of bed now. I've just been very tired lately. And the last one is meditate, which kind of goes with my morning routine. That's something that I just do on the daily. And wow, that's the tending list, everyone. There you have it, friends. That is my January mid-month goal check-in. I hope you enjoyed it and it made you feel a little more inspired to check in with your tending list or check in with your goals to make sure that you're doing all the necessary steps to stay on track. Let me know down below in the comments how your January goals are going. I'd love to support you and cheer you on down in the comment section. So yeah, until our next video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give this video a like if you want to see more power sheets and planning videos, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!